A multiple stabbing in Vancouver that sparked fiery remarks from BC's Premier is now the focus for an independent review. A former BC police chief will look into how the suspect in the knife attack had come to be released on a day pass from a secure psychiatric facility without an escort. Yvette Brand has our story today.
The Light Up Chinatown Festival was wrapping up on Sunday. It was around 6 o'clock when a stranger came out of the crowd and attacked 3 people. A couple in their 60s from Richmond and a young woman in her 20s from Vancouver were all stabbed. They were taken to hospital and their injuries were treated. They were considered serious but not life-threatening. A few minutes after, they did arrest a 64-year-old man, and he is now charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault. It turns out that this man was on a day pass from a Coquitlam psychiatric facility, and this despite the fact that he was considered a significant risk, according to the decision by the BC Review Board that was obtained by Check News and shared with CBC. That report paints a picture of a man who's prone to sudden acts of violence and in need of constant supervision. In fact, in 2006, this suspect had stabbed his 16-year-old daughter to death in Kitimat. He was found not criminally responsible due to a mental disorder, and he was placed under the supervision of the BC Review Board. This incident has sparked, of course, outrage and fear and sadness in Chinatown. This community has already been rocked by a housing and opioid crisis and then the pandemic. We heard from Premier David Eby, who said he was angry after hearing the details of this case.
I am white-hot angry that this person was released unaccompanied into the community to have a devastating impact on all of the hard work of all of these community members. I cannot fathom how someone who murdered his daughter, was released in 2009, went out and stabbed somebody else, would then be released again unaccompanied, somehow able to go out and buy a knife, go to Chinatown and stab 3 people. How is that possible?
Community leaders and police describe this as a setback to Chinatown, but one this resilient community will overcome. Yvette Brand, CBC News, Vancouver.